Oi oi guys, welcome back to another budget guitar show, and today we're taking a look at this. That's right, this is the Marshall Bass 12 amplifier. Now, I've done a video on this before, but the thing is, people said to me at that time, these sound really good when you use them as a guitar amp, but I haven't tried that yet, so that's what we're going to do in this video. But first, let me tell you a little bit about it. Let's start the show.
Here's Johnny!
Okay, so what do we have on this amp? Well, you have two inputs, high sensitivity and a low sensitivity. Then we have our gain here, volume, treble, middle, bass, and you have a little line output there, which is what the sounds are going to be coming from with this amp. Coming around the back here, I don't know whether you can see that, we have a G10L-35 Celestian speaker here, made in Ipswich, Suffolk, and it's the model 5501 12 watt RMS 8 ohm solid state amplifier. So this is indeed one of the British built Marshall amplifiers from back in the 1980s. So let's test it with a little bit of bass first and see if it is a good bass practice amp. Well, I think that was sounding like a pretty good little practice bass amp there. Definitely the tones of a bass amp. The only thing with my variant of this is it is a very old amp and it wasn't taken very good care of. So the pots do crackle quite a fair bit. If I was that bothered, I would really clean it up and, you know, do something with it. But I'm not really. So now let's whack the guitar in, and I'm going to go through using my pedal board now, on which I have a hyperphase, I have a vintage delay, and I have my favourite pedal of all time, the tube amp modeler from Behringer. So let's give this amp a go. So, at the end of the day, what is my verdict on the Marshall Bass 12? Well, as a bass practice amp, yeah, it's absolutely fine. It does the job. Again, with these Marshall amps, the same as on the VS15R over there, I like the fact that when you plug the output to come out of another source, you can actually still hear from the speaker itself, and I'm finding that pretty handy. Now, admittedly, I do not use this bass amp. I tell a lie. I did a small gig a few months ago, and we actually had this one with my Mighty Plug Pro going through it, and I was using that, and I had a vocalist going through the Marshall VS15, and that worked pretty well as a very small sort of PA system kind of thing. But other than that, this thing is not being used. That is why I'm not going to bother cleaning out the pots or anything like that. I'm just leaving it as it is, and it sits here under my desk should it ever be called into use. Now, as a guitar amp, my God, it was loud. I have to say that. Some of the dials on here, as I say, they're a little bit fiddly now. The volume dial is really, really hard to move. The gain is just really easy and loose. The other three are absolutely fine. But for a 1980s amplifier, which has not been taken very good care of over the years, it still works. Now, of course, these have been discontinued, so I don't think you can get one anywhere, but would I recommend one of these for practicing? Yeah, I probably would. They're not that bad. Well, thank you everybody for watching the show, and if you haven't done so already, please do click that like button, and if you are new here, why not subscribe? That really does help this channel out immensely. I would like to thank our budget backers, who are of course right here, because I really couldn't do this show without them. I want to make a special thank you out there to budget backer Clive Smith, who's become my first ever budget backer plus. Cheers, Clive. Greatly appreciated, mate. And if you want to help out the channel but don't really want to join and be with these guys, then why not watch another video? They're right here. Thanks a lot, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay sane, but do keep rocking.